All right, quick question. Have you been thinking about buying or selling a home in Arizona? Because if you have, you need to talk with my guy Tim Tafoya with Real Broker. Tim knows the Valley market and makes the whole process way easier than you'd expect. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or trying to sell for top dollar, he's going to guide you every step of the way and make sure you make smart moves. And listen, don't wait until everyone else jumps into the market and competition heats up. The best time to start is right now. Make sure to hit Tim up. That is, call or text at 623 755 7635. Or you can email him at timtafoya, that's TimTafoya, timtafoya95 at gmail.com. And please, make sure to tell him you heard about him from this podcast. That's Tim Tafoya, Real Broker. Real agents, real results. Let's make that move happen.
All right.
Do it okay.
After technical difficulties and me arriving late, we're here on the DeVante podcast. Here, my name's Colton Kingery. I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, at this one, I was about to just let you keep going, honestly. I'm like, you know what?
We'll do the intro here, everybody.
All right. All right. So, after some technical difficulties, we're here again. The Mackism effect. I got my guy here, Colton Kingery, the showroom floor man. I know I probably said that totally wrong. I'm going to let you do that. I tried.
The showroom manager.
There we go.
Of the Grotto Menswear in downtown Phoenix and Old Town Scottsdale. Also, house music producer and house music DJ on the side. Yeah. We got the headphones over here. You can hear everything I'm saying. There we go. We're going to figure it out. And you know, this is going to be the best podcast, too. The Mackism effect. I like that name, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great name.
No, I have to tell you on how that got started.
Oh, we will. We'll get into that.
But yes, I have the showroom manager with me.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I've been trying to get him on for a while. We're both busy. You know, he got to sell suits. You know, he's got a clean suit on, which, you know, I asked him what the color was. What did you say that was again?
We're going with sea moss green.
I like it.
That's what we're going with.
I like it.
There's so many, so many different shades of colors. It's unreal. You wouldn't even believe it. It's like paint. You know what I mean?
Dude, don't even get me started. Yeah, oh my God.
Eggshell or, Arctic white. You know, it's the same thing, man.
So, God. But
you got to get creative coming up with these colors.
Yes, absolutely. Colton, how are you doing?
Doing amazing, man. I'm here with you, which is always great.
Hey, man.
Always great to see you, hang out with you. Business going great.
Awesome.
Happy clients. Happy life, you know.
Awesome. Hey,
guys
man.
looking fresh out there in their Grotto suits. So, yeah, life's been great, man.
Hey, that's a plus, man. So, tell them more about the Grotto, because they did see my reel of me getting my suit that you helped me pick out, which again, hey, appreciate you for that, brother.
Always.
Yeah, please tell the audience more.
Yeah, so the Grotto is a custom menswear company. So what that means is we custom design and custom fit suits or anything menswear, whether it's a dress shirt, a jacket, a pair of slacks, shoes, everything's custom designed, custom fitted. And we really lean into the experience of getting a suit, right? So most of the time when you go to shop for a suit, you're going into a suit store and there's going to be probably 5 to 10 other people walking around, and you're gonna, be looking for some help, and then the guy's gonna be busy helping someone else, and then give you a little bit of time for you,
Oh,
give you one quick measurement around your chest, and say, all right, go figure it out from there. We are appointment only, so when you come in, we dedicate 100% of the time that you have allotted to you, getting to know you, getting to know what you're, gonna wear the suit for, helping you design, kind of like a personal stylist in a way, helping you, what do you have in the closet that's gonna pair with what you're gonna get today,
absolutely.
making it easy on you. And you're gonna custom design something that tells your personality, tells your story, as well as fits you perfectly.
Amen.
That's the
Amen.
Grotto Menswear.
And what I will say I enjoyed about my experience was, straight out the gate, you didn't really start off with trying to initially sell me something. You started off with, hey, tell me more about yourself. What do you do? What are you into?
Yeah.
What are you looking for in this suit? And right then I was already pretty sold. And I cracked up because you told me, honestly, I didn't think you were actually going to buy anything when you first came in, which I kind of respected you saying that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But what overall made the experience great as well was the fact that you were also teaching me the history of certain things within, what goes into a suit.
Yeah.
The pocket thing was the big thing. I had no clue about that. And I know we touched on it before, technical difficulties, but
oh no, we're gonna go through it again.
yeah.
Man.
So if you don't mind,
so there's 3 types of pockets, basically 4 actually, but 3 main pocket styles on a suit. You have straight pockets, you have slanted pockets, and you have pouch pockets. So each one of those kind of tells its own unique story, or vibe, I guess you could say, in the suit. Straight pockets, a lot of these kind of go in tandem with a lapel. So I mean, if you're watching the video here, if you look at my suit, this is the lapel of the jacket. It's almost like the collar that's facing outwards, right? So typically a notch lapel is what you're gonna see off the rack, where it kind of has this little divot kind of inside. That typically pairs really nicely with a straight pocket.
Nice.
Then there's the peak lapel, a little bit more formal, kind of considered a power suit. Dude, if you've ever seen the show Suits,
Oh yeah.
Harvey Specter, the Manhattan, the main guy, the lawyer, he's always wearing the peak lapel. He's a very powerful figure. He's dealing with, very high level executives. He's in very high level court cases. So he's always rocking the peak lapel. And he'll go straight, or he'll go with a slanted pocket, which the slanted pairs really nicely with a peak lapel. And then you have the pouch pocket, which is a little more casual. Think like a linen suit, or maybe you're on the beach, or maybe you got a pair of jeans and you're doing like a little, going to church, or you're going out for a nice little lunch. That's when you may want the pouch pocket, kind of dress it down a little bit, a little more casual, a funner design or texture in the suit. That's when a pouch pocket will be really nice. And then you have the ticket pocket. So in addition to having the 2 straight pockets, you can have an additional pocket called the ticket pocket. So back in the day, you'd put your train ticket, you'd put your opera ticket in this pocket. Now it's just an aesthetic piece, or something that elevates the jacket and helps you stand out as a custom suit. I would love if anyone out there, you go into a suit store anywhere and you try to find a ticket pocket. I think very, very, very rarely will you be able to find a ticket pocket off the rack. So it's really done the correct way through a custom piece, and you could typically only get it when you custom design a suit. So it's kind of like wine, watches, shoes. If you know. So if you're in a room with people who are higher level, maybe wear suits often, maybe care about how they look, they're gonna recognize the ticket pocket, and they're gonna give you your props. Or even mentally, they may not say anything, but they'll recognize it and perceive you differently because of that. Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, man. I mean, history of the slanted pocket is when you were, riding horses, couldn't access the pockets when they were straight, so they slanted them, or called a hacking pocket. But a bunch of history with suits, and kind of like what you said. When you come in, I like to educate people in the right way. I don't go overboard, but I try to let the history of where these came from, so that people have a better appreciation
Yeah.
for what they're getting, and they get to leave with more knowledge. So
Oh yeah.
even if they never come back to me, they can go elsewhere and they'll know exactly what they're looking at, and
Oh, yeah.
and how to build an outfit that complements where they're going to be going.
Awesome. Well, I will say this. Definitely, like I said earlier, one of the best experience I've ever had getting a suit. On top of that, my main point when I made that reel talking about my suit is how you cannot beat the price point for a custom suit by you guys.
Yeah.
And, I'm willing to die on that hill because
So am I.
I know we were talking for a minute, and you told me you had ran into some guys that were paying like $3K for a custom suit, and you're sitting
Easily.
there, yeah, and you're looking at it, and you're like, I could have made that for like $800.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a very interesting topic. So I genuinely feel like a lot of places out here overcharge
agree.
for a suit because they know they can, because that's what everyone else was charging. So, and once again, not many people are very educated on what a nice suit really is. They just see a suit and they're like, oh, okay, it's got to be $3,000, I guess. You know what I mean? So what we've been able to do, is build a really great relationship with the fabric mills that we're partnered with. We've been doing this since 2014. So just over 10 years of building relationships and, making suits for men and women, actually. So with this relationship, the Grotto, the whole reason it got made was because the two founders of the company, they were going to their friends' weddings, and they were either having to get a rental suit, which sucks, fits terribly, you got to return it the next day, and you got to spend $300 just to get the rental, or you're going off the rack and it's like, hey, you get, just like we're talking about, different shades of colors, you got to get this exact shade of blue, and it's like, I don't know where to find this exact shade of blue. And then maybe you do find it, but then what do? You have to get it tailored. So you're spending $300, $400, $500 on the suit. Then you're having to get it tailored for an extra $100, $120. So the founders of the Grotto were like, the bridesmaids and the brides were all going in drinking champagne and getting fitted for their dresses, having this full experience, like a little party. Then the guys were just like, hey, go to Menswear House, get a rental, and figure it out from there. So they were like, where's the guys' version of this bridesmaid experience? So that's how the Grotto came to be, was giving men, the ability to first get a custom suit at a very reasonable price, but second, get an experience that men deserve when they do go shopping for a suit, not just, hey, here's your size and go figure it out. No, let's actually guide you through it. Let's be intentional about what we put together, and let's make sure it fits you perfectly.
Amen. So I do want to cap this off here. What would you like to tell anybody that is thinking about coming to the Grotto, getting a suit from you? What should they keep in mind?
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, what the most important thing is that you're working with me, and that may sound like,
I like
boosting my ego or whatever,
it.
but seriously, like, no matter who you are, I can remember like the first guy I measured at the Grotto, all the way to the countless people I've helped in Arizona. I genuinely want to build a friendship with you. When you come in, it's not a transactional experience. It's like, let's build a genuine friendship. I mean, that's why we're here today.
Exactly.
Is because, it wasn't like, get the suit and leave. It was like, I want to get to know DeVante, and anyone who's planning on coming in, I want to get to know you too. Not only that, but you're going to get the best suit you've ever owned in your entire life. I'll die on a hill saying that. I know that for a fact. Um, you know, a high quality suit's made out of 100% wool. That's the best fabric you can get for a suit. The way it drapes on you. You know, there's a common misconception of wool's hot. We live in Arizona. I wear wool every single day, and I'm not too hot in it. So wool is a natural fiber, so it's actually breathes really well. So you're gonna get a high quality suit made out of 100% wool fabric, no matter what level. You could go for the entry level at $4.99 for a two-piece suit, or go for, our top of the line Italian fabric for, $2,000. Like we said, cutting below, the same fabric I'll have for 2,000. I guarantee you go anywhere else out here in Arizona or California, and that same suit's gonna at least be $3,000 to $4,000.
And full disclosure too, I paid $650, and let me tell you, the quality immaculate. So that should tell you something right there, especially for the fact of that I got to literally pretty much customize every piece of that
Yeah.
suit. So that's why I say I don't think anybody could really beat that price. I mean, if you show me somebody, I'll send Colton over and we can have a suit off.
Yeah. I'll have a suit off with anybody anytime, man.
But I can also 100% guarantee he does stand on his point of it's not transactional. I mean, heck, after me and you got done with fitting, picking out fabric, we sat there and talked about sports for like a whole hour.
Yeah.
Just getting to know each other better as well. So, definitely, this is your guy for your next suit. 100%. I'll stand on that. Definitely make sure to check him out. I'll make sure to plug everything down below. But, I didn't only invite you to talk about suits.
No, I didn't expect that to be
So,
the case.
You told me you do music. I want to hear more about that, from start to now.
Yeah, so senior in high school, barely graduated. I was barely showing up to class and everything. And
Oh, me too.
I knew I hated school, so I was like, I'm not going to college. And all my friends were like, you're stupid for that or whatever. But I was like, I need to go learn something, right? So I chose to go to music school right out of high school, and went to a school called Icon Collective. It's a music production school, but it's specifically focused for EDM music or electronic dance music. So I took a year course there, and I learned all the ins and outs of Ableton, the production software that I use, music theory, right, how to play a piano, notes that go together. So I fresh out of high school, I went to my first rave, and then I was like, saw this guy up there with a backpack on DJing to like thousands of people, and I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, because I used to rap. I used to be a rapper, and and I was like, looked myself in the mirror, and I'm like, you're not gonna be a rapper. And I saw this guy with a backpack up DJing, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like that I could be that guy. So that's kind of what started my whole journey. I've always loved music. And then me and my two buddies from high school, so we started a trio called Party of Three, and started by making music and DJing like house parties and just having a good time.
Nice.
just enjoying life. And we were like, dang, we should be like, people loved us. Like, they were like, can you please DJ at the party? Like, can you guys please come DJ? Like, what, like anywhere we were, we could be on a beach, a garage, a backyard, we would literally in a parking lot, and we're DJing somewhere. And so people loved it. So we were like, we got to make this something. And, started with making music, started getting some attention, and then ended up getting a residency in LA at this nightclub called Blind Tiger. It's an after hours nightclub. So it opens at midnight and it goes till 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So and this is like one of the like best nightclubs in LA, like for the after hours, So we got in there, which was like a huge opportunity for us, and we, kind of went full force on that, grew the brand a lot, got a ton of attention. But the lifestyle of like midnight to 6 a.m. was not feasible for me. And, at the time, my girlfriend, now my wife, she, it was a lot, because then I'm, getting home at 6, 7 a.m. and I'm going to sell a suit at 11, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if this is like, it was so fun and I love it, but being like, I didn't know if that was like the life for me, with the direction I was going. I wanted to settle down with my wife and everything. So
Get it.
I still produce. I'm in the studio weekly, making music with the same two guys I've been making music with since 2018, and still getting signed to labels. Just got signed to a label in New York called Nervous Records.
Nice.
Been signed to a couple labels in the UK. Independent label out here in Arizona called Synesthesia. Independent label in LA. So yeah, we've done a lot of fun stuff and experience. We played some of the best nightclubs in LA, Sound Nightclub Academy, LA, 1720 Warehouse. I mean, you name it, like we played it,
Okay.
And people loved us, but me and my wife, we decided like LA wasn't the lifestyle for us, and we wanted to kind of, build an actual foundation and how much it costs to live in California. It just was like, wasn't really feasible for us. So we decided to come out here to Arizona. Both of our family lives out here. So we decided to come back, be closer to family. And then, so the DJing stuff kind of took a back seat to the suits, because that's what's paying the bills, obviously. But also I love it, and I'm building, my own company out here with it, but music. So like I'll be 75, 80 years old, and I'm still gonna be in the studio making music. That's something that'll never go away. But the suits, that's like, I never thought I'd be passionate about suits, but being in it now, it's like I love them both the same, music and suits.
No, I totally get it. It's funny you say that too, because take all the video stuff. I actually had told myself when I first started back in 2021 and actually like really started giving it a chance, I told myself, okay, when I'm 30, which I will be 30 this year,
Nice.
I had to sit there and just reevaluate everything, and I don't necessarily mean, just do I continue or do I stop? I mean, that's part of it, but also it's more so a just, okay, am I satisfied still? / where should I pivot? Do I even need to pivot? What do I expect out of myself in the, let's say, next decade?
Sure.
So, no, I totally get where you're coming from, and just kind of feeling like you need to change, especially to, better your life, especially with you being married as well. I totally understand, brother. So, hats off to you, though, because it sounds like you accomplished a lot with DJing, and that's cool to hear.
Yeah. It's funny, man. Like, even with the suits, like, just success. When you're, there's a lot of people around here like, oh, you're doing so great. But, like, when you're in the middle of it, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
You're trying to, like, what's the next thing we have to do? What's the next thing we have to do? But when I do look back now, I'm like, wow, like, not a lot of people have that opportunity to, get that kind of, spotlight.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so many DJs. I mean, nowadays everyone wants to be a DJ, and I guess we were
DJ,
kind of the start
content
of it.
creator.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely not an easy thing to break into.
Yeah.
But it was so cool. What I think was the coolest part about doing it all, other than playing the shows and the crowds and like the people and like our fans. It wasn't a big fan base, but still, like, we had fans, and but was giving other people the opportunity. So what we did was we had our own night. So we would have to curate a lineup for that night. So we'd pick DJs who would come DJ for, it'd be hour time slots per DJ. So we'd probably have, from 12 to 6 a.m. every hour it'd be a new DJ. But we gave a lot of people who just wanted a shot, because we were those guys. We were the guys who were like, just give us a shot. We'll show you what we could do. We then became the people who were giving those people their shot, and they're still DJing at that nightclub to this day. And their brand has exploded because of the opportunity that we gave to a lot of people, So that's one of like the things I'm most proud of, is like all the success we had is great, but like all the success we were able to bring to other people through just our crazy, like, we're going to become DJs. And then all of a sudden now we have the power to like help people boost their career and brand in the DJ world, So that was probably one of the more special things for me, at least, that we got out of it. But yeah, like, you never know, even right now, like with the suits, I never think I'm doing that good. But then I look back and I'm like, dang, like I've helped a lot of people, done a lot of cool things. And, like, it's kind of like the reviews now for me with the suits, when I get that review, like on Google or Yelp, it's like, that's what makes my day, when someone's like, dude, this was the best experience. I love my suit. Colton, helped me out. Like that's what really fuels me, are those, So yeah, man, it's been a great journey, and, I've had a lot of success with kind of whatever I've done. Although, when you're in it, you're just, you don't think you're doing that good.
Yeah. It's almost like survival mode when you're actually in it.
It is,
like,
man.
You're just like, you can hear so many times, oh, you're doing so well, I'm proud of you. And then you're like,
Yep. Yep.
Trust me, I understand.
And you're at the grand opening.
Oh yeah.
For the Grotto out here in downtown, and that was like one of the first times I was able to like take a step back, and like all the people who were there to support me, and the Grotto, and just seeing everyone kind of walking around in my suits and stuff, that was just like such like a full circle moment of like, wow, like I've really been able to build a community out here. People have really felt, touched by when I've worked with them, to building that relationship or whatever it's been, just helping them out and being there for them and getting to know them and their families. It's just pretty, that was a big moment of like self-realization of like, yeah, I've been successful, I can call this a success,
Nice.
A lot more to go, but that was a good kind of milestone moment.
Hey, love to hear, man. Well, we're gonna pivot a little bit because I told you get 5 to 10 questions you get to ask me.
I have 5 to 10 questions I get to ask you, and I prepared.
Oh, you actually prepared.
I prepared.
I appreciate that, because...
And they're going to be some wild card questions. It's probably not what you expect.
That's honestly what I'm always looking for. I like to challenge myself.
All right.
All right.
So we ready?
Go ahead.
All right, my first question. What's the only fruit that has seeds on the outside?
Oh, my God. It's crazy. I used to know this one, and I don't
It's an obvious answer. That's the only hint I'll get.
Seeds on the outside.
The seeds are on the outside of the fruit. Really think about this one, because when I say it, you're going to be like, no way, I didn't get that. But it is a tough one.
Right there, too.
Think about like the main 5 fruits you could get at a grocery store.
Pineapple?
Not pineapple. Oh my God. It's going to be a strawberry.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a strawberry. Yeah, I told you this isn't going to be easy, man.
Oh my God.
That was question 1.
All right.
Hopefully this one's a little easier.
All right.
Okay.
Keep in mind, here's a question you get to ask about anything.
Oh, I know.
All right.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you asked me about
that was the first question.
my personal life.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
Okay. I'll just check it.
Yeah, second question.
I was never a good tester.
No, we're gonna figure this one out. What species of fish would a crab be categorized under?
No, I've never thought about that.
Come on.
A crab?
A crab. So, like, what would be, like, the overarching category of a crab?
I could not tell you, to be honest
It would
with
be a
you.
crustacean.
Wait, what?
It's a crustacean.
I feel like you're joking.
I'm not joking.
I need an explanation now.
Well, it's just, these are, honestly, I was like, what are 2 questions I could hit him with to start it off that he probably has never been asked before? So those were the 2 that I wanted to get your brain twisted up a little bit.
You know what? I appreciate that because I never would have thought about that second one.
Hey, so if you're listening to this, next time you want to mess with somebody, ask them what's the only fruit with a seed on the outside. That's really gonna get them, because it's so obvious. But when I got asked that question, it's the reason because someone asked me, and I couldn't figure it out to save my life. And I'm like, yeah, it's such a good question. Like I'm gonna DeVante with that, and I honestly thought you were gonna get it.
You know, it's funny too
Right off the
because like
bat.
part of me wanted to think of strawberry, but I don't know why pineapple kept just staying with
That's
me
fair.
for some odd reason.
That's fair. You know,
I guess I envision a pineapple and I'm like, those gotta be seeds. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really sat there and thought about that one for a good minute because I'm like, nah.
this is gonna be a really good one.
All right.
This is gonna give me a little deep dive into you. too.
All right. What
Okay.
you got?
DeVante as a sports fan. Okay, let's get into that mindset right there. All right. What has been the most electric season you've ever watched out of any of your favorite sports teams? So it could be
Ooh.
basketball, football, anything. But the one season they didn't even have to win a championship, but like if like one team or season where like it's like so nostalgic for you and you wish you could watch it again and you wish like, you know, that this is how, you know, every
So,
season was.
I got the perfect one for you.
Okay.
And it's going to pain me to say this because I still get mad about the outcome. The 2021 F1s.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just because Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen were going back and forth. At times almost killed each other.
Really?
Because it was that competitive.
Wow.
Now, I say that because for any newer fan of F1, that's typically the season they got started watching. And I love that for them because that was such a fun season to watch.
Yeah.
And I don't feel it's been replicated yet. But I just say that because, you know, it was just such a joy to watch, especially 2 are going to go down in history as some of the very best to do it in that sport, going back and forth. Now, if you want to get into, you know, let's say some of the, you know, your typical sports like basketball, football, and all that.
You said that was 2021.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
You know, I am actually going to say basketball wise, probably that season that the Suns actually went to finals
Against the Bucks.
Yes, and keep in mind, I've told you I'm not a Suns fan.
Right.
But I just enjoyed that season so much because it kind of felt evenly matched to a degree. Like
It did.
it never felt like any team was truly better than the other team. It was whoever played the hardest one.
Yes.
And that's where I like sports in general. Just give it your all.
Yeah.
Live with the outcome.
Yeah. No, that's a great season. You know, I was living here at that time.
Oh, okay.
But this was before the Grotto and everything. This is when I was DJing.
Oh, okay.
And I remember getting ready to DJ for a show
Oh, okay.
in downtown Phoenix. And it might have been It was either when the Suns, I think it was when the Suns advanced to the finals, and the whole city of downtown Phoenix, you could hear from apartment complex buildings, from bars. It was like the biggest uproar. People were driving down the streets honking. Like, that was incredible to witness. You know, I'm from LA. I'm a Lakers fan. I do support the Suns as well. I've kind of flipped back and forth, like, living wise. So I have love for both teams. But to see like the Suns, the city like come alive after that, you know, with them advancing, I was like, that was one of the cooler experiences. You know, I've been a part of Dodger stuff, you know, and those are always great, but they're expected. I don't think anyone's expecting the Suns to like make the finals at the beginning of the season. So for them to go on that run with CP3, and I mean, what a just great team, you know. So I love that. I love that answer. that had to be around the same time. What year was that? That was like 20. That had to be like 2020 or 2022.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
So yeah, I mean, what a great year.
Actually, I think it was 2020. If I'm not mistaken.
So you got 2021 Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. Then you got 2022 Phoenix Suns. Wow, I love those answers.
Good period in sports.
Okay, so that's 3 questions.
Yep.
So I got 2 more, right?
I mean, you got.
Oh, I can
you can go up to 10 if you want.
Okay.
It's up to you.
All right. Here's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
If you could retire today, not retire, but if you could, despite the money, say the money was amazing, and you could do anything, you know, for a job that you wanted. Like,
okay.
What would be your dream job? If you didn't have to do anything, the money was great, you were taken care of, what would be the one thing you would dedicate your life to doing?
Oh, man. That's a good one.
Because, you know, you got the filming stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I would expect that. Maybe
I don't want to say that because it's too cliche.
Okay, I like it.
It's too cliche.
I like it.
So
let's go outside the box here, DeVante.
You know, I would honestly love to manage a sports team.
Okay.
And more so, it would kind of be a, like, just for me to see how it actually works. Mm-hmm. But also, too, like, if I really could, I'd probably love to be the commissioner of the sports.
Wow.
Yeah. If we're just shooting for the stars, because...
We're shooting for the stars.
Okay, look, me and you have had this conversation. Let's take this current NBA season.
Oh, God.
I know, and you're going to love what I had to say. We know he's a flop. We know SGA. Flop.
Yeah, we don't even need to say his name. We know he's a flop.
Exactly. You know who I'm talking about.
Well, now the whole entire Thunder team adapted his play style.
Here's my problem. I don't fully fault SGA. I fault the league because if you don't call it, he just makes himself look dumb.
Yes, and I've been loving those clips on Instagram.
Exactly.
Lately.
So it's like, and keep in mind, I like SGA. When he's not flopping, I like how he plays. But it's like,
yes,
buddy, you don't need to seek contact all the time. And, you know, take the, I'm pretty sure you've seen that basketball app that I'm working with.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having to explain to some of these guys too, like, bruh, stop seeking contact. Just go make the shot.
Right.
Like, if you weren't focused so hard on trying to get contact, you probably would have made the shot, if we're just being honest. And I'm like, I see how good you are. Like,
right.
Why do you need to flop?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I say that because, you know, even we can jump into the NFL. What is a catch? This has been the ongoing discussion for quite a while because I'm at a point I don't know anymore.
I don't know either. And I played wide receiver for my entire football career. And I'm seeing stuff out there that I'm just like, what?
Like, you're seeing stuff get called back. And I'm like, that looks clean to me.
Well, I think the best example for this, Bills
Broncos, yep.
Broncos. Brandon
Actually,
Cooks.
I got a better one for you.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, but we'll stick with that.
What are you gonna say?
Okay.
What was
Houston DeAndre Hopkins, where he caught it like that and they called it back.
Oh, I would need to see that.
Okay,
again.
I'll have to show you that quick. But it was crazy because Bills Broncos, that's a perfect one, especially for today's game, because now I feel it's just really screwed up now on what a catch actually
So
is.
what do you think that was? Let's start there. Would you consider that an interception, or would you consider that a catch, or just an incompletion?
To me, I would have just waved it off because it's too hard to call it at that point, especially if it's like I'm not right there to truly see. Because however they ruled it, you could have made a case for both, in my opinion. But I feel with a game that serious, you need to just cancel it out completely.
Yeah.
Just to make it fair for everybody.
So my viewpoint is that was a catch.
Okay.
To me,
I can totally respect that.
But so my cousin, he lives in Denver, massive Broncos fan. And dude, me and this guy got into it heavily. And he was obviously saying it was a clear interception. I'm saying it's a clear catch. And I'm not a Bills fan, nor am I a Broncos hater.
But you know ball.
Yeah. And, I don't know. But it's so like, it's whenever, and it's weird, but it's like, to me, it's like, whatever the expected outcome, like in that game, I don't know if you're expecting the Broncos to win, but they were definitely the favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Their defense was great. Obviously, they got Bo Nix, and up and coming talent. You got Josh Allen on the other side, but the Bills' defense has been shaky. So, of course, the expected team to win gets the call that saves their season. So that's what doesn't sit right with me. And we talked about this previously about the betting on how that can affect how some of this stuff is called. And you could even go back to SGA. Best team in the league.
Oh yeah.
Expected to win. There's money on the line. Who's gonna get the call that's gonna favor them?
Right.
And like the game 1 of the Thunder Spurs, I thought that was a perfectly called game.
Amen.
Great basketball was played.
Amen.
And then all of a sudden,
this flips.
All of a sudden, the refs are like calling everything.
Yeah.
For the Thunder. I mean,
like game 3, they got better, but it's like,
But it's just like, you see the Jared McCain where he elbows him and then he sorry if I can't. Sorry if
it's
I
all good.
But he pushes his butt back into Harper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing here, man?
Oh, I tell you what though, I was so happy when Stephon Castle banged on Hartenstein. I'm like, that needed to happen. I just found out.
Was at UConn?
It's crazy too. I just found out one of my OGs, his son actually used to hoop with him.
No way.
Yeah, which is crazy to even think about. I'm like, really?
It's like that dog mentality that you're missing in the league, like Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah.
He's got it.
Oh yeah.
I think Stephon Castle, like,
he's
got it, Wemby, I was chirping in the guy's ears.
Oh yeah.
I hate, and then they're giving these hard fouls.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, if we're going to battle here.
Yeah, go get
we're gonna go to battle. If you're gonna throw your butt back into my guy and get a foul, then you know what? Let's return the favor in a different way.
Exactly. But
I grew up with like, I play football, and I grew up with like tackling with my head. Which is now it's like no way you can do that. It's like football. When I see some of these hits.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, flag."
I'm
like, dude, this is football, man.
Yeah.
Like you're throwing the guy hospital pass. I mean, that's why it's called a hospital pass. Because you're gonna get lit up.
I mean, the way I see it,
I get the player safety.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I just say like, look, do you want it to be football or do you want it to be flag football?
Yeah.
Like, just decide now.
Yeah.
And I could live with either or and be perfectly fine.
I couldn't.
I feel you.
Flag football is. Do you see clips of those?
Oh yeah. Truth be told, you can get hurt just as bad playing flag.
Yeah. But it's just like
it's not the game.
No, because like you see some of these guys on the flag football field and they're like, doing all these crazy moves and stuff. It's like if you were doing that on the football field, you would get wrecked. in a second by a 250-pound linebacker who went to
Yeah.
Alabama and played against. You know what I mean? It's just a whole different. It's a whole different game. But yeah, I get it. Like,
the commissioner will probably be
commissioner. Yeah. I think we need you as commissioner for some of these.
Hey, look, I'm just telling you, all these players would hate me. Don't let me be a ref either. All players will really hate me. Tell you, all it'll take is one flop. Be like, you're not gonna call it. I'm like, no. You're getting cooked.
Yeah.
Why does he have 40 on your head?
Right.
Go do something about it.
Like, like there's like these old clips of like Kobe coming out too, like where he's, he'll get a defender in the air.
Oh yeah.
And like he could like initiate contact.
Exactly.
But no, he fades away.
Yeah.
And he hits one.
Or he shoots over it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, that's basketball.
Exactly.
Like, and like I know this has been happening for forever.
Of course.
Taking advantage of the fouls, like,
which I get. You're supposed to take advantage, but also I say to the league, it's your fault because you're calling it.
Yeah.
Don't call it. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then we're not over here trashing the league. But
I'm not even trying to trash the league. I think, to me as a man, like the integrity is everything.
Amen.
So you're going out here and oh, I'm gonna, fall on the ground 10 times and I'm gonna get 16 free throws out of that. Like, bro, you don't. That's not integrity for the sport, man, that you love.
Yeah.
To me, that's like some guy who just started playing basketball 5 years ago and figured out, I could win an NBA championship by just doing this.
Oh yeah.
That's not a guy who grew up loving the game and and now
at that
people
point, hey, give me a contract. I'll go out
that's
there.
That's what I'm
saying.
I could do that all day, and and it's just like
to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own, but man,
I know it's rough.
It's a rough watch, man. And the Knicks though, super happy to see them.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I'm
glad Brunson has really proved all his doubters wrong for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling for the Spurs actually,
of course,
because I feel that's going to be the better matchup in terms of just pure basketball.
Yeah. No, exactly. Pure basketball, which is what everyone wants to watch. No one wants to watch someone fall. Like if the Thunder just played, like they have the talent.
Exactly.
You don't have to do this.
Exactly.
You could play a great brand of basketball and still be sweeping these teams.
Man.
But you're choosing to go a different route. Frustrating. But like you said, the refs allow it. The league doesn't want to do anything about it. And then you could even go into like this whole play-in thing. I think that's crazy. Like,
I've been saying it's crazy for years because, like, keep in mind, me being a former Clipper fan, like, the Clippers were in a lot of play-ins, but even then I was still saying, like, dude, get rid of this. Like, why does that 10th seed even get a chance? Like,
right.
The only way I would justify that, actually, no. That 10th seed shouldn't even get a chance. The only way I can justify the 9th seed even getting a shot, you're at most one game behind that 8th seed. That's about it. Other than that, more than that, no, you shouldn't even get a chance.
No.
Because, like, win more games.
Yeah.
Like, the bubble, like, if they would have just did it that one time for that bubble season and never brought it back, I could have lived with that.
I totally agree with that.
But now that it's a, like, always happening type deal, it's like, why? Like, it's cool in the sense because it does provide a little more basketball, but at the same time it's like it's not really worth it too.
No.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I just got to see the play-in of Suns versus
Portland
Warriors.
Warriors.
And it's like, that was my first ever time getting to see Steph, but it's like Steph literally gassed himself out that game before. So it's like, man, like, I don't even want to watch it. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah. But as a former Clippers fan,
what's up?
What do you think? Like, Clippers got robbed for Shea.
I actually disagree. I'll explain too.
Okay, I love this.
Okay, so because I've heard this argument so many times, but also I always say food for thought here. Who was the coach at the time? Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
What is Doc Rivers very well known for? Not being able to develop talent. the best favor we have ever done for any player was getting SGA away from Doc Rivers. I will stand on that.
Wow.
Because here's the thing. We knew SGA was going to be good. I saw it his rookie season. But we only had to play him because we really had no firepower. Chris Paul had just left.
Yeah.
Like
it was a rough.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a rough
So
time for
the
Clippers
way I
there.
see it, I can live with the fact that, you know, what could have been, because even then it still doesn't guarantee we would have won a title.
No. But now the Thunder have a lottery pick.
Oh, I know. That's the part that pisses me off. But at the same time, it's like it kind of goes to show who actually prides himself on building a team versus just trying to buy a team. Because
Very fair.
let's be real here. OKC, Minnesota, and Denver, heck, we'll throw in the Celtics too, have all gotten it right in terms of building a team, or at least building a solid core.
Absolutely.
So it's like, can I really be upset at the fact that OKC is just really good at picking? I can't be too upset about that because even then, you could still pick the best guy and then he doesn't pan out. Think about all the guys that we've seen come into the league and they don't pan out.
That's a great point.
So
that's a great point. You
does it pain me at times? Sure. Now at the same time, the whole Paul George and Kawhi thing, it was cool for the time. You know, Paul George, I'll still say, is, for his size, one of the best to do what he does. Now, I still don't like how he left because it was a little fugazi.
Yeah.
But, you know, even Kawhi, I've always been a big fan of Kawhi. Now, I know he has the whole, like, oh, he doesn't even want to play, da-da-da-da-da. I always kind of shut up that talk because I don't know what's going on. Sure. I don't live that dude's every day. So who knows what's going on? But even then, when he's on the court, I think we can all appreciate what he does because that's probably one of the few, like, superstars. He just goes out there and hoops. Like, doesn't flop. Goes out there, plays hard. He doesn't do all the chirping. He just plays.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
I mean, the fact he took that Raptors team, man.
That was a crazy season.
I mean, KD went out. They didn't even have Clay, did they?
He went out after KD.
Yeah.
Now, here's my problem with that, though. I will never stand for the only one because those two went out. That's basketball, buddy. Next man.
That's life. That's life. You can't do anything about it.
And also, too, like, here's what's funny. I made a bet with a former manager of mine before that series even started. And I actually took the Raptors and he thought I was crazy. And I told it, keep in mind, this is before any injuries.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, like, you don't have to do this. Like, we can bet on how long it takes for the Warriors to beat them. Nah, I'm taking the Raptors.
Yeah.
And I told him, look, there's something about that team. They're crafted very well to go up against this Warriors team. And only so few people saw it, but it's like you had the veterans, you had the young guys, you had the firepower, you had Kawhi that was really just going on a tear that season.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I knew.
No, seriously, that was an incredible season. But
oh yeah.
I don't know. I think that's those were like the questions I came in prepared to ask.
Hey, I like it though. I like it. Those were solid at it.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, so I got one more question for you.
Okay, you got
All right. For starters, I do appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
And I want to ask you, give me 3 people at most that you would like to see me have on, but you have to help me get them on.
3 people. Oh, wow. Wow. Great question. I'm going to start with who's the GM of the Phoenix Suns?
That's a great question.
Or who's the
Actually.
who's the owner of the Phoenix Suns?
Oh, Ishbia?
Yes.
Oh, if you can help me get Ishbia on, let me tell you,
You might need to relocate the studio to him.
I will do that in a
but
heartbeat.
The Ishbia is number one.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like I could facilitate that at a certain point in time here in the near future. When I suit him up, I think that could definitely come into play.
Hey, look, that Ishbia. If you come back and watch this episode, I will come to your office, no questions asked. We will pod in your office. Just give me an hour of your time. That is all I'm asking for.
Give us 2 hours. First hour, we'll get you a free suit.
Yeah.
Second hour, we'll get you on the podcast.
Yeah, I like that better.
The Mackism effects.
I like that better.
2-for-1 special. We're coming at you, Matt. Second one. Man, that's a tough question, man.
That's why I like to ask.
Yeah, this is good. Someone, let's think of someone a little more realistic. I think my friend Eric Donzella.
Okay.
I think he'd be a great person to have on this podcast. I think you both share very similar style.
Okay.
You both are lovers of sports. And you both do content. So I think there'd be a lot of stuff for you guys to talk about.
Nice.
And share kind of your insights on certain things and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I like it.
Eric, Matt, and who's the last person that I could help facilitate that I would want to come on the podcast? Man. This is probably going to be the worst answer ever, but me again.
I like it.
And I can facilitate that one pretty easily.
Hey, look, I like it, man.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to put that as a placeholder, but I'll think about that, and I'll reach out to you with someone.
Well,
for that
I am going to cheat a little bit.
Okay.
Because there's one in mind that we
wow.
both know,
Okay.
and we've actually both bought in suits from you. Will Moore.
Okay, I was actually thinking of him.
Because I actually do want, because I met him at the grand opening, and let me tell you, it's always interesting being at events like that because it is sort of a kind of break the ice type thing.
Yeah.
And, I'm just kind of just floating around. He stops me and talks to me. And I'm like, interesting. Okay, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
We have a very good conversation. He introduces me to all his friends and all that. And, it's just overall a super cool conversation. So I've actually been keeping up with his content. Love what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. If
Will Moore.
Yeah.
All right. Will Moore, you're going to listen to this. I know for a fact you're going to listen to this. So, you know what? I can facilitate that. No issue. No problem. Let's get him on first. Yeah. Let's get Eric on second. If you feel like it's a good fit. And then Matt, we're coming to Matt. Whether it's this year, next year, or in 3 years, it's going to be less than 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Less than 3 years.
Hey, we're going to make it happen.
We're going to do it. Maybe we do a full thing where you film the suit fitting and then maybe you're asking me questions while I'm fitting.
I'm down.
We'll have some fun with it. I know that that's attainable. So we're putting it into the universe. We're going to be sitting in his office and chopping it up with them and making him a beautiful Phoenix Suns suit and have a great conversation.
I like it.
Honorable mention.
What you got?
Do you listen to Wolf and Luke on the radio?
Too familiar?
Yeah, you should look into them.
Okay.
Wolf and Luke, great radio, sports talk radio out here. I think it'd be really sick for you to get one of those guys on here.
Okay.
That would be really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, but Will, that's so funny because I was literally thinking about saying them.
I kind of saw it, but I'm like, I'm gonna see if he says.
I was thinking about it, but I wasn't prepared for the question. But like he like subtly just like went in the back of my head, and he said it, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that would literally be perfect, fashion wise. He's a great guy, great
Oh
convert.
yeah, super nice
You
guy.
guys already know each other, like, you
Yeah.
know, seldomly. So I think he would be the perfect guy. Really cool guy. I just did a suit for him.
Oh yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, you
saw.
know that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a suit for him. You should be getting it pretty soon.
Actually, I
here.
think I was telling you too. I'd like to get all those gentlemen together for a project that I'd love to definitely collaborate with you on.
Abraham,
Yes.
Will, and Wasim. 3 great individuals. Dylan as
Oh, yeah.
well. He's a little newer into the influencer realm.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. I checked out some of his
amazing
work. Oh
photography.
yeah, he does some great work.
Amazing photography.
Actually, I can remember now what we were talking about. They asked me my opinions on using AI to help with content. And I told them I see it as, you know, can it be helpful at times? Sure. But to the people that use it, it's kind of like them trying to get an upper hand and kind of come for people's spots. I told them, game on. If you want to come for my spot, come take it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm a very good podcaster. I'm not going to say I'm the best in Arizona. I got to work my way to that. And I'm man enough to admit it, but I'm willing to work my way to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, this was a great podcast, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I've been on 3.
Oh, cool.
I think this has been my favorite.
Oh, hey, I'm glad to hear, man.
Just from a casual perspective.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all the other ones has been like solely suit related, you know, so being able to chop it up with you about sports and like have you ask you questions and stuff. Beautiful space.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, man, it's been really fun.
Yeah.
Sitting here with you, talking to you, about everything, man, and I'm super happy that you asked me to be on.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming. You're welcome back anytime. I'll definitely see you soon for another suit. And before we step out of here, you mind plugging in your socials so they can follow you?
Yeah.
Also reach out to get a suit.
Yes. So you want to book an appointment? We're appointment only. So we, you know, like I said, we dedicate, you know, our time with you, so we get to know you, get to build you something beautiful. www.thegrottomenswear.com. Hop on the website, book an appointment. You'll see Arizona, and you'll see either Scottsdale or downtown Phoenix for you to book at. 45 minutes to an hour, but we got extra time. Like you said, we spent an hour talking about sports, so I'm sure that'll happen with one of you out there. Instagram, we got 3. So we got the Grotto Menswear. We got at the Grotto Menswear Phoenix, which is my personal side of the Grotto. So at the Grotto, GROTTO Menswear Phoenix. Or we got at Grimm's Grotto. So 3 places on Instagram, but I would recommend the Grotto Menswear Phoenix or the Grotto Menswear. Hop on our website. My phone number, just feel free to say, hey, I heard you on the Mackism Effect. 623-633-1611. Shoot me a text, shoot me a call. Would love to talk to you. Always available, unless I'm in an appointment or something. But if I'm not, always going to be there to answer the call, answer any questions you have. Really looking forward to, if you do want to stop by, really looking forward to meeting you. Really looking forward to getting you fitted up in a beautiful suit. And, you know, guarantee it's going to be the best one in your closet. And hopefully you never go anywhere else. Hopefully we're the last stop if you ever need a suit.
Man, well, my man, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you as
DeVante.
always. This has been the Mackism Effect. Y'all take it easy. Go get a suit.